Say, enter to his gates. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Enter to his gates with thanksgiving. And you got to understand tonight that thanksgiving is a compound word. If I am thankful, then I don't have a problem giving. Don't close your doors on me. Don't kick me out. See, a lot of y'all trying to get a cheap blessing. You call it shouting on credit. But God calls it robbing him. Come on, talk back to me. See, if he's worth me shouting and sweating my suit out, he's also worth my dime. Thanksgiving. In other words, in order to worship God, I got to sacrifice something. And pulling out George Washington and Abraham Lincoln is not a sacrifice. Come on, talk back to me. I mean, you can't even get a Whopper combo meal for $5. I know because I bought one today. It was around $7. Thanksgiving. When folk are nice to you, you just ought to show gratitude. And see, the stuff that you complain about, other folk wish they had. Do you not understand that to complain about what God has done is to slap him in the face and to say what you're doing is not good enough? Nothing wrong with asking for more, but be thankful for what you already have. And if you're thankful for what you already have, if he don't give you what you asked for, you're still all right. Enter into his gate with thanksgiving, before his court with praise. Be thankful. He says it again. And then he said, bless his name. This word blessed, I'm going to get out of here, is barak in the Hebrew. It means to kneel down. God wants some praise that will cause you to fully understand who he is. See, worship is when an inferior looks up to the superior one and tells him, thank you for being gracious unto me. Do you not understand tonight that everything that God does for us, it is by his grace? Oh, I'm going to get out of here now. I told you about the right attitude in worship. I've given you the right acknowledgement in worship. And maybe you're saying tonight that, Reverend, I don't get all of that you're talking about. I don't understand why I got to do all of that. But the next point says that this is the right argument for worship. If what I've said tonight does not convince you that you ought to worship God willingly, then you ought to read what the next verse says. It says, for the Lord is good. Yes, Lord. And I just believe if I could poll this house tonight, I believe that if you wouldn't act mean or too cute, you would testify that the Lord has been good to you. And you already seen what God has done in your life. There are some people here who were told that you will never make it in life. And that you would never amount to anything. But you did not fall into a statistical category tonight, because God has been good to you. And I want to tell you tonight that I don't know where you've been in your life, and I don't know what you have experienced. So I won't try and talk about you, but I will talk about how good God has been to me. Do I have a witness? Just look at me. You can tell that God has been good to me because I got 2 feet to stand on, 2 legs to walk on, 2 knees to bow down and pray on. I've got 2 hands to work with, 2 eyes to see with, 2 ears to hear with, a mouth to talk with. I tell you, God's been good to me. And if I don't have a dime in my pocket, and if they foreclose on my house, if they repossess my car, still God has been good to me. Have I got a witness? And I want to tell you tonight, you can't always measure the goodness of God in material things. Ain't God all right? There are rich folk who've lost their mind, but I'm still in my right mind. I've got to tell the Lord thank you tonight. There are rich people who can't clean themselves, can't feed themselves, and can't clothe themselves. I tell you, God's been good to me. He brought me a mighty long way. Shake your neighbor's hand and tell them, neighbor, God's been good to me. The Bible said the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting. I want to tell you what mercy is. That's when God looks beyond all my faults. Anybody here know you don't deserve his blessing? Anybody here know you don't deserve his goodness? But he looked beyond all your faults, saw your needs, and keeps on making a way out of nowhere. Keeps on lifting you when you're down. When you get in trouble, he brings you out. Has he been good to anybody else in this room tonight? If you don't mind, shake a neighbor's hand, shake their hand, hold their hand, and tell them, neighbor, if you only knew everything God has done for me, you wouldn't look at me funny. You would help me praise him. Is he worthy? Is God worthy tonight? Worthy. He is worthy. Oh, I never seen the righteous forsaken and his seed beg for bread. Anybody got food on your table? Clothes on your back? A car to drive? Anybody here know God been good to you and you're not ashamed to stand on your feet and wave your hand and cast your vote tonight? Are you a willing worshiper? Are you going to worship him? Don't wait till Sunday morning. Go on and bless him right now. Is he worthy? Is he worthy? Is he worthy? Say yes! Yeah! Yeah! How many know if he never does anything else, he's already blessed you enough? If he don't wake you up in the morning, it's gonna be all right, because I got somewhere to go. He's been so good to me. He died for me. One Friday, he died for me. One Friday, he died for me. But one Sunday, he rose again with all power. Can you help me say all power? Say it like you mean it tonight. Say you got all power. Yes! Yes!